if you look at most countries, they are trying more than in earlier days to fight corruption. It's coming. I'm seeing an evolving world. It's slow. It's not a linear evolution. But if you look, for example, at the new anti-corruption legislations you find, you see that in many emerging countries, you have new legislations which are much tougher and more practical than the ones before. One good example is Brazil. Brazil has a new anti-corruption law, which is on the same quality level as the UK Bribery Act. You have a new law in Mexico, you have a new law in Colombia. They are working on new laws in several other countries. So there is movement. 20 years ago, you could do whatever you wanted. You were sure it would never be discovered. But technology have changed. And today, all your emails are there and will stay visible for many, many years, even though you delete them. Even though on computer, they are there. You can't make them disappear. They are on some server, your company's server, the company's server of the recipient or the one who sent you the email. It's impossible to get rid of it. Whatever you wrote is there. All your telephone records, maybe not the content, but when you called whom is on record and will be on record for more than 10 years. All the cash flows are recorded. And companies today are too complex to do anything alone. So there's always somebody who knows or at least suspects. And that's enough. There you have the whistleblower in waiting. Once you did something, you did it. You can't make it undone. And it will stay there. And it's a risk. It's like a time bomb you pong, and you don't know when it will explode because it's out of control. Totally out of control. How do we are doing it today? In companies, it's incentives and monitoring. I give you incentive for behaving well, and if I catch you, you will get penalized. And this is the approach we have in economics, we have everywhere, treating human beings as rational animals. Unfortunately, we are not rational, or fortunately, we are not totally rational animals. And even though the values behind programs are more important than the programs, it doesn't work. It simply doesn't work if we are treating each other as rational animals. Nobody really at the end of the day makes decisions as a rational animal. And that I will show you in a minute, because at the end of the day, the important goal we have is how can we achieve that under pressure, under temptations, we make good decisions. That our should self wins over our want self. That we are not acting under things like motivated blindness.